Today's grammar point is about another connector or conjunction or 连词, whichever you prefer. And this one is 不是而是. And it essentially is going to be used when you want to correct a statement, an analysis, a reason, something that was said that was incorrect. And you want to say it's not that, it's actually this. And that's what the 而是 does. So it's 不是 this, 而是 this. So it's fairly simple, but it's also very useful. So we won't need too many example sentences. Let's just go with 3 today. So the first one, to explain how this particular structure works, is as follows. 这辆车不是我的，而是他的. Really simple, right? That's actually from level 35 of the Mandarin Blueprint method. So all this sentence is saying is, this car isn't mine, but his. That's what the 而是 is kind of a but actually his. That's simple, right? And you can just move on to the next sentence. But I just wanted to add a little tip here whilst saying this, because it's a good idea to try and imagine a situation where the sentence is being said. Rather than just reading the sentence in black and white, try and actually imagine a situation, a scenario where this would be being said. So for me, for example, when I read this sentence before doing this podcast, I thought, oh, that reminds me of that scene from Friends where Joey is pretending he has a Porsche and he's like dressed up in the Porsche stuff, and then eventually he has to be like, he doesn't actually say this, but you can imagine him saying, someone kind of like facing him and saying, "Is this really your car?" And he looks at it and he's like, "No, it's not mine. 这辆车不是我的，是他的." And then he gives the keys, right? So that's just an idea. Now, in terms of adding images, like it's really helpful to add images to your flashcards, as you know, but maybe you don't always have time or the effort or the energy, to add images to your sentence flashcards because there's just so many of them. And sentences aren't as vital as characters or words. They're infinite, essentially. So it's not really maybe as worth spending your time on. But if you find a good sentence, it's a good idea to add images to your flashcards. But if you can't be bothered, or you don't have the time, or you don't think it's worth it, that's fine. Just imagine a scenario where it's being said. Just a little extra tip there for you. It will help cement and create more emotional and mnemonic connections to the words being used. So, sentence 2, let's have a look at this one. 我不是不懂，而是不同意. This is for, if you haven't been learning Chinese for too long, this could be a bit weird to read at first. This sort of structure, the way it's 我不是不懂. I am not understand. I am not. So you could also say 不是不懂, 不是我不懂. You could also flip it around as well. 而是不同意. So it's not that I don't understand, it's that I disagree. Okay, so fairly straightforward. Again, you could try and imagine a situation where that could be being said. So let's move on to sentence 3 now, and this is a line from a famous fairy tale. I say fairy tale, it sounds so nice, doesn't it, and sweet, but actually this is one of those darker fairy tales. This is Little Red Riding Hood. This is the original version, I guess. So you'll see what I mean in a sec. Here's the sentence. 猎人, the hunter, 没有一刀杀了狼. He didn't just kill the wolf with his knife, 而是把狼的肚子切开. So you notice a little difference here. We're using 没有 instead of 不是. And the reason is because it's the past. We're talking about the past, so you can just change 不是 to 没有. But 而是 stays the same. Okay? So 没有一刀杀了狼. He didn't just kill the I keep saying lion, I keep thinking lion. He didn't just kill the wolf with one stab with his knife. 而是把狼的肚子切开. He cut open the stomach of the wolf. Pretty grim, pretty brutal, as are the old school European fairy tales there. All right, so I hope that's clear. That one's very clear. That one's very visual. I don't need to remind you to visualize that at all, do I? But yeah, that is how you use 不是而是. Very simple structure, so go ahead and try that out with your tutor. Hey guys, if you like this video and you'd like us to help you reach literacy and fluency in Mandarin Chinese as fast as possible without all the headache of traditional learning methods, just head to mandarinblueprint.com to learn more.